Namaste and Chayom Guru. Hello, hello again to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Blessed we are to be getting together again on this very special day. Well, I say it's a special day because we're in the center of this Zolkin, this energy wave, this 260-day energy wave that we're all surfing, so to speak. And, I hope everything's going okay for everyone out there. This is a very interesting time, energetically speaking. I'm sure everybody's feeling the energy in a very interesting kind of way. When we're in the sacred mystic column, those 20 days, what it is that there's certain energy on those 20 days that is really bringing all of our deeper feelings, our deeper understandings more to the fore, bringing them out in us, helping us, right? Helping us to see, how we're doing, how we're progressing in this adventure called life, right? And so we're really going to see it. We're really going to feel it, right? So that we can understand and see what's going on. Now, a lot of times, it just seems like we're just going through a lot of suffering and troubles and stuff like that, and we don't really seem to know why. And, that would be because we don't understand that that's what these special sacred days are for. Right? For us to examine these things. And that's why they're coming up. Right? So it only makes sense that that would be happening in our life. That life would be more, we could say, intense. Right? In this time of the sacred mystic column. In the middle of this Zolkin. In the middle of this wave of energy. That everyone's surfing. Whether they know it, like it, or not. Right? And if you know it and you're understanding it, how you're surfing that wave, then it'll be much more of a pleasurable experience. If you don't know about that wave, if you don't know that you're, metaphorically speaking, surfing an energy wave, then you could get wiped out by that wave, right? Like a surfer that doesn't know how to surf. And a big wave comes along, right? Now, this 260-day energy wave is kind of a big wave. And right now, it's like a wave when it reaches its peak all the way up to the very top. And kind of, for one instant, it's not going up. It's not going down. It reached its peak of going up. In the next instant, it is going to be going down, but for this instant, it's not going anywhere. It's just up, and then it stops for a very instant, and then goes down again. So it's that instant where it stops right there, right, is where we are in this energy wave, okay? And so we have all the opportunity to do anything we want to do now in this 20 days here. That's why there's 10 galactic activation portal days prior to the sacred mystic column and 10 galactic activation portal days after the sacred mystic column. Because in the sacred mystic column is when you have an effect on these, right? You'll definitely notice that everyone's having very interesting days and nights on those 10 consecutive galactic activation portal days. Now, if they don't know about this dream spell astrology wisdom, they won't understand why their life is really going very interestingly. Now, and I say interestingly because, if your life is really imbalanced, then a lot of miracles are going to be happening in your life, and it's going to be amazing in those 10 consecutive galactic activation portal days. And if your life's out of balance, then your life's going to really be showing you a lot how that imbalance is in your life, right? It's going to really magnify that imbalance. The same way if life's good, it's going to magnify how your life is in balance. If your life's out of balance, it's going to magnify how your life is out of balance. And so to fix it, not to punish you, not to judge or condemn you, to say, look, something isn't in balance in your life. Because life's not going the way you want it to go in all departments of your life, right? And if it isn't, then when this energy wave has reached that peak point, now you can do something about it, right? In those 20 sacred days, very high energy days, right? All portals wide open, all energy flowing fully. All possibilities are definitely at hand. Right? That's why I say this blessed we are to get together on these special days here, these sacred mystic column days. Okay? So, well, let's get to checking out the galactic signature for today, the energy signature for today. What's going on, energetically speaking? So we're going to need our energy calendar, right? Our galactic calendars. It's got the days of the week and the month and all the year and all that stuff in there. They wrote it in real tiny here for those who need to, align the day, so you know which day, which one of these little squares goes with today, right? And so, for orientation, right? But basically it's telling us what is the energy that's happening today. It's a different energy every day. It's changing every day. And to understand this and in tune with this, well, we're going to have to take a look at what is that energy, and it's made up of a tone and a frequency, right? A tone and a frequency. So in our energy calendar, our galactic calendar, we're open to the 8th moon. We call it the galactic moon of integrity, right? Not August, right? It's the galactic moon of integrity, right? Because it's an energy. These 28 days are going to be about that, okay? And so each week is indicated with a color because each week, each 7-day cycle, energy cycle, right, has energy quality, right? The red is initiating, the white is purifying, the blue is transforming, and the yellow is flowering, coming to fruition. Okay? So where are we in this 8th galactic moon of integrity? Well, we're in this blue transforming week here. And we find that we are right here where we have these two symbols coming together here. First, we look at the tone, which is a series of dots and bars. So we see we have the 1 bar with the 3 dots. A bar is 5. Each dot is 1. So this is the 8. So it stands and is representing for this 8th galactic tone that we know of as VAXAX, right? VAXAX, the 8th galactic tone, right? This is the tone of integrity, right? So, okay, so this, and we call it VAXAX. Yes, I mentioned that. So VAXAX, right, is coming together today with CHICCHAN. CHICCHAN, right? So, CHICCHAN, we notice here that the 8th tone, that we said this is the 8th tone, this is also the 8th month, right? It's the galactic tone of integrity, right? So this is the galactic tone of integrity. It's coming together with this red serpent, CHICCHAN. So we say red galactic serpent today, right? So we see that this energy signature, this galactic signature, has a tone and a frequency. So we're going to combine these two energies together. Well, to combine them, well, we're going to have to read about them separately, because we're going to have to understand what we're combining, right? To be able to understand what we're blending, right? Energetically speaking, we need to know what the qualities are that we're combining. So the calendar has all that information in there for us. Now, there's even deeper and more information in the Mayan Oracle. And, well, we're going to share the calendar for a while. And after a while, well, we might start, after we go through this calendar enough times, a few times, we'll start opening up the Oracle and see what the Oracle has to say about these energies. It's more in depth in the Oracle. So let's open up the calendar to the back of our calendar, where we're going to read about the tone and the frequency. We find the 8th galactic tone of integrity on page 7. And we see that it has 3 key words: harmonize, model, and integrity. Harmonize, model, and integrity. Right? That's the main idea of this energy. It's about harmonizing, right? It's about bringing integrity into our life, right? Into our existence. That means it's holding together, right? Everything is harmonizing and working together, right? And also about modeling, right? It says model. Well, that means we want to show off that integrity, so that others can see that integrity and maybe inspire them to bring their life into harmony as well. So, our quote to help us understand this 8th galactic tone, VAXAX: what is the best way to take in everyday life to lead one to life's ideal? Right? The best life, the best way of living life. Well, here it says, the best way is to consider harmony as the first principle to be considered. That in all circumstances and situations and conditions, one should try to harmonize with one's fellow creatures. Right? Harmonize, the first key word there. Having explored the distinct resonances carried by subtle vibrations, we can focus on harmonizing. Harmonizing is generating a pleasing combination of elements. Whether this means establishing inner harmony or in relationships with others, Tone VAXAX calls us to align our conduct with our integrity, that we may genuinely model the truths and ideals we believe in. One definition of the code word integrity is the state of being whole or undivided, or in other words, whole within oneself, as modeled by the harmonious whole of our galaxy. Now, this tone, VAXAX, reminds us that integrity requires consistency and unwavering adherence to the wisdom and grace of our own personal values. Additionally, harmonization requires not compromise, but pliability, which is a willingness to bend, to meet others, to let go of personal attachments for the greater good. As we each uniquely stand as conduits of harmony, we act as mutual role models for one another, inspiring the establishment of galactic culture, actualizing the harmonious potential of our global society. And our quote is from Peace Pilgrim to help us understand VAXAX, the galactic tone of integrity. Blessed are they who translate every good thing they know into action. Blessed are they who translate every good thing they know into action. Even higher truths shall be revealed unto them. So that is VAXAX, the galactic tone of integrity, right? We want to take this idea, and this is going to tell us what CHICCHAN is going to be like, right? So we're blending these two ideas together today. We're going to want to turn a couple pages in our, well, really just, one page in our calendar, and we'll find CHICCHAN on page 10, Red Serpent CHICCHAN. And we see the three key words are survives, life force, and instinct. Survives, life force, and instinct. Right? This is about our primal nature. Right? When our consciousness is in a state of development, it picks up this consciousness to survive. Right? To continue to be. Right? It's instinctual. It's also about the life force. We can see the curling of this serpent in the corner here. So let's read our quote first to help us understand Red Serpent CHICCHAN. Remember, it's about primal instinct, survival instinct, right? Keeping this body alive, right? The quote is, I have learned that the body listens to rhythms the mind can't even hear. Right? That means that this logical thinking, right, that is necessary, can't tell us everything. The body tells us a lot. The body is an important tool for us to use as we explore in this adventure called life. Red Serpent CHICCHAN represents our primal nature, our instinctual body wisdom, our sensuality, our creativity, and our passion. Now, when we say sensuality here, we're not talking about necessarily sensuality where people are starting to think of sex or something like that. This is more about sensing with our senses. Sensing, like seeing with our eyes, smelling with our nose, right? We're sentient beings. We're sensual, right? So it's that kind of sensual that we're talking about, mainly. Not that the other body sensual doesn't exist in this as well. It's just that we have to open our mind to more than just that. Now, Red Serpent CHICCHAN reminds us to center in our earthly vehicle, which is our body, right? Honoring our body as incredible sensual mechanisms. Recognizing that our bodies offer us infinite opportunities for experiences, right? To use our senses to experience. You see, you smell, you taste, you hear, you feel, right? You're sentient, you're sensual. You're using your senses. Our bodies are our living temples, our one and only home for this lifetime. As our partners in life, our bodies, right? Our body vessels invite us to nourish ourselves, to ground, to breathe, to stretch, to move, to dance, to feel, and to discover, right? To physically express, and above all, to sense, right? While we're having all these experiences and expressions, what are they? They're about sensing, smelling, seeing, tasting, hearing, right? We want to hear the music, see the beautiful scenery, smell the delicious food and beautiful flowers, right? We want to feel the comforts, right, of nice fitting clothing and things like this, isn't it? Our bodies have a language all of their own. Now, intimacy connects to our soul, our serpent body, and its senses are gateways to that which lies beyond the body. Offering themselves, the senses are offering themselves as conduits to access this greater wholeness. As a tool and guide, our bodies are our allies in intimacy, in renewal, and in empowerment. The life force is our vitality, right? It's one of the key words here, right? So this is about the life force. And every moment, the decisions we make impact the source and store of our life force. It is ours to cultivate and care for. Our life force. One of the most powerful sources of life force we all possess is our sexual energy. Literally, our sacred creative energy. Isn't it? The sexual energy is what we use to create a whole nother human being. It's a lot of energy. Known as our Kundalini, our inner serpent fire ignites our divine potential residing within us. The red serpent CHICCHAN reminds us to merge our primal life force energy with our higher visionary eagle mind to become balanced and fully alive as a so-called feathered serpent. This allows us to bring holistic insight into matters of survival and creation, assuring we see what is near and far. This is Red Serpent CHICCHAN, the other half of our galactic signature for today. Now we want to blend these two energies together. In our workbook here, let's turn to page 125, where we see that today's galactic signature is 125 days in on this 260-day energy wave. And, well, we see that today is Red Galactic Serpent. Red Serpent CHICCHAN is coming together with VAXAX, the 8th tone, the galactic tone of integrity. So we say VAXAX CHICCHAN. So, after organically balancing the resonant tone of attunement comes the galactic tone of integrity. Red Galactic Serpent VAXAX CHICCHAN guides and teaches us to tap into the primal life force that energizes and enlivens our senses through focusing on listening to the intrinsic instinctual wisdom of our human bodies in order to achieve and maintain integrity, right? To stay holding together. Red Galactic Serpent VAXAX CHICCHAN encourages us to model our integrity so that it reaches others, helping to catalyze even greater levels of harmony. Integrity means to harmonize our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with what we know to be the highest truths. Integrity requires unwavering courage, crystal clear clarity, and indomitable resolve. When we stand firm in our integrity, we are protected and provided for. Red Galactic Serpent VAXAX CHICCHAN reminds us to slither into the simplicity of our sensuality by honoring the perfection of our physical temples through receiving and transmitting the instinctual wisdom of Kundalini. Through the intelligent vibrational energies of Red Galactic Serpent VAXAX CHICCHAN, the cauldron of creation is summoning us to elevate the qualities of our existence, embodying the willingness to accept and integrate truth. By being true to our inner fire of illumination, we ignite metaphysical flames of intelligent consciousness that spreads and offers warmth and guidance to ourselves and our sisters and brothers at large. The cauldron of creation is reminding us that we are all vessels of consciousness, exploring and expressing itself. Right? Consciousness is expressing itself through all of us. It is our divine gift to be able to venture beyond the comfort points, to travel both mentally and physically, uniting the unseen with the seen, and find unlimited peace in the unknown. Through this discernment and this understanding, we awaken to the remembrance that of the truth that we are each messengers to each other, moving and evolving while stably anchored in the dream of existence. That's what's going on here. We're having an adventure in the dream of existence here. Well, I'm noticing that we're running out of recording time. So, well, let's wrap up. We don't have to do all of our workbook stuff for today. Maybe this one time. Mostly because we're running out of time. I would if we weren't going to run out of time, but we got about, I'd say, less than a minute here. About a minute. Well, and we're going to run out of time. So if you want, though, we can color and draw. It's an interesting glyph to draw here, right? We want to draw, there's some important things to get in here. We want the mind area here to be covered with scales to remember our reptilian nature. We're just beginning to start to evolve this consciousness, right? The mouth must have this line going around it because as we evolve, we're going to see this line breaking up. Also important to have here, the serpent coiled here, representing Kundalini coiled at the base of the spine, as Kundalini remains wrapped around the base of our spine 3.5 times until it rises, right? We see the eye and the nose here. Kind of an aboriginal kind of look. And we want to draw VAXAX right next to it, just like this. Color CHICCHAN red and VAXAX is white. So, well, we don't really have time to talk about filling in all these blanks, but I bet you can do it on your own. Let's try to do it on our own one time. And tomorrow, well, I won't talk so much. Sorry for talking too much today. Next time, I'll talk a little less. Thank you all. God